Guys, as of the making of this video, I'm 54 years old. And nowadays, I avoid people. And on this video, I want to tell you exactly why. Let's talk about it. Now, here's the deal, guys. I like people, right? But frankly, I want to protect my mental peace. At this stage in life, guys, peace of mind means everything, right? This right here is more important to protect than any other thing I can think of. At 54 years old, my mental peace is a priority. At this age, I found that avoiding toxic people, toxic relationships, or overly negative people, that helps me sort of maintain some emotional stability, if that makes sense. Guys, let me know in the comments if you can understand what I'm saying in terms of the importance of mental peace. There are times, guys, at the age of 54 that I will take mental peace over money any day, all day. Now, another thing or another reason that I sort of avoid people is my time. As I've gotten older, guys, I've sort of put more of an emphasis and priority on my time, the value of my time. And I have a much clearer understanding nowadays that, time is running out for me. And so I need to be more intentional with how I use my time. And sometimes avoiding people helps me do that. So I prefer, if I'm going to spend my time, then I prefer more meaningful interactions as opposed to some of the superficial stuff. Look, when you look around you and you start seeing people your age dying every day, right? It makes me become a little more stickler about my time and how I use my time. And it makes me try to be more intentional with my time because time is precious. Right? The older you get, the faster time goes. And so I want to be intentional about it. Therefore, I try to avoid certain people, certain situations that people are in because I don't want to waste my time. Now, another reason I sort of avoid people nowadays is prioritizing my health. Look, people can be stressful. Let's just be real about it. People can be sort of a lot of stress on you, and that can affect your physical health, right? Stressful relationships can negatively impact the way you feel in your physical body and can increase the potential risk of things like heart conditions, heart attacks, diabetes, high blood pressure, all these things that are triggered by stress. And sometimes avoiding negative people or negative situations that involve people, that can impact your health more than we even know. Now, another reason I sort of avoid people nowadays, guys, is focusing on my own personal growth, right? At the age of 54, look, I want to pursue new hobbies. I want to pursue new things, get new information, new experiences, like involve myself in self-improvement activities, right? Meet new people and things in those activities, right? But when all is said and done at the end of the day, I really, really, really prefer solitude, or at least being around like-minded people. Now, this is not to sound selfish, right? Or overly introverted necessarily, right? Because I strongly believe in helping and giving and doing what you can to provide value for other people and other people's lives. Like donating time, donating my energy, donating money and gifts and talents and all that good stuff, right? Helping other people is important to me. But there's also nothing wrong with just shutting it down sometimes and spending some time by yourself so you can focus on personal growth or getting better at something, learning something new, a new hobby, or something that's an interest of yours, right? There's nothing wrong with just shutting it down and avoiding people. Now, another thing I don't like is I don't like drama. Look, at this age, I'm trying to avoid as much drama as humanly possible, right? Life has taught me, guys, that unnecessary drama or unnecessary conflicts with people is just not worth the emotional investment that it requires. So at the age of 54, I'm not trying to get wrapped up into what I call OPD, right? There's OPM, other people's money. I'm not trying to get caught up in OPD, which is other people's drama, right? I don't want to have nothing to do with OPD, other people's drama. But hey, drama queens and drama kings are out there, looking for you, lurking behind closed doors and behind the trees, watching you for when they can involve you in their mess or their issues or their problems. And if you're not careful, if you don't avoid these people, they will have you losing your natural mind with their issues. And at 54 years old, I'm going to avoid those people because I don't want to go there. Look, I like and appreciate my solitude. Alone time is good, right? Being alone can be fulfilling. It gives you time to think, gives you time to reflect. It gives you time to visualize, to dream, to be creative, to build something, to think about what you want to produce or achieve next. I mean, there's all types of positives to alone time where you can relax without the pressure of conforming to someone else or other people's expectations or just social expectations. When you're alone, you don't have to conform to any of that. And you ain't even got to think about not conforming, right? You just enjoy who you are. So for me, alone time can be very, very productive, right? I can get recharged when I'm alone, right? I can start to think and start to really begin to be introspective when I'm alone. And also, this is a finance channel here on YouTube. And for me, I like keeping those financial boundaries because some relationships come with financial pressures, right? There's some relationships that you have out there where you feel like you have to perform a certain way in terms of financially in order to deal with certain people, right? Like lending money to people or people asking you to borrow money or maybe feeling obligated to spend money, go on vacations, do things that your friends are doing because they're doing it and you want to fit in, right? Sometimes these relationships put financial pressure on you. And oftentimes when you're alone, it's easier to have those financial boundaries. And you got just energy, right? Social interactions, especially with demanding people, they can be exhausting because they sap your energy from you and drain you. And you can feel it in your body, in your mind, mentally, emotionally. You can feel yourself being drained by somebody else. So for me, avoiding people sometimes gives me the opportunity to conserve some energy for more meaningful activities, more productive activities. So oftentimes, guys, I avoid people and sort of limit my social interactions to simply protect my energy. Listen, as you get older, you got less energy. It's automatic. It's called biology. So if you want to preserve that energy, sometimes you got to avoid some people. And speaking of avoiding some people, sometimes as you get older, you got to shrink your social circles. Look, the older I get, the less friends, especially close friends that I have. And to be honest with you, the older I get, the less close friends I really want. I mean, think about the friendships you form early in life, right? They're usually based on proximity. You're around certain people as you're growing up and you're going to school and they automatically become your friends. Some do, right? You share the same environment. You got your work environment. You have these people from your job that you work around 8 hours a day, 10 hours a day, and they sort of become your friends, some of them. And you got your parenting activities that you take your kids to, and all of a sudden, dads are talking to dads and moms are talking to moms, and next thing you know, you form friends that way. Usually it's about who you're around in your environment, how you get friends along the way. But the older you get, let's say when your kids are grown and gone and you go to work, come home, go to work, come home, and next thing you know, you have certain friends from certain activities, but for the most part, your activities start shrinking, and then your social circle of friends, it starts to shrink too, right? You change jobs, maybe you have a new set of folks on the job, and some of those natural built-in social circles, they begin to change as you get older, and your circle shrinks. And you know what? For me, I'm okay with that because of all the reasons that I've mentioned here on this video. For me, as I've gotten older, it's become quality over quantity and protecting my mental and my physical. It's not to say that I don't like people, but these are the reasons why I sort of avoid people nowadays. And I try to invest my time and energy into genuine, supportive relationships. And that means distancing myself from more superficial people and superficial relationships. And that makes my social circle shrink as I've gotten older. So those are some of the reasons why at the age of 54, I just avoid people nowadays and I limit my social interactions. What say you? Let me know your thoughts on this topic, guys. Do me a favor and drop a comment below. And let me know if you can relate to any of the things that I've talked about in this video. Hey, the best person who's going to take care of the old you is the young you. Guys, take good care of yourself and take care of other people. Until the next video, peace.